A very good morning all of you. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. Today I am science teacher come with a very interesting topic today, that is animals and their young ones. We have already discussed everything about this chapter, but let's have a quick recall of the chapter what we have studied in this chapter. First of all, you all know that every organism has its own lifespan. Means every organism live for some years. What happened to them? They take birth, and after that they become adulthood, and after that they die. So every organism has its lifespan. So to continue the life on the earth, we are having a process that is known as reproduction. It is very important process to continue the life on the earth. So reproduction is the process in which the organism give birth to the young one. So that process is known as reproduction, right? So reproduction, we are having two types of reproduction. Means we are giving birth to the young ones by two ways. First, the animals who give birth to the young ones, they are known as mammals, right? Means those animals who give birth to the young one of their own kind, like human being is giving birth to the human child, and the dog is giving birth to the puppy, means dog baby, right? So every organism give birth to the young one of their own kind. Such type of animals are known as mammals. And second category is animals who lay egg. So there are lots of animals who lay egg. So today we will study in detail about animals who lay egg. So before studying with the next, so let's recall first who are the animals who lay egg. There are lots of varieties like reptiles. In reptiles, snake, lizards, crocodile, all comes in the category of reptiles. So all the reptiles give eggs, right? So second category we are having fishes. All the fishes lay egg, but we are having some exception. You know that exception is everywhere in the world. So similarly, here we are having two exceptions like dolphin and the blue whale. They are fish, still they are in the category of mammals because they give birth to the young ones, right? So now third we are having insects. All the insects, they lay egg. And one more category we are missing, that is very good, birds. So all the birds lay egg. But still again, as I told you, everywhere there is exception. So here we are having one more exception. So as I told you, all the birds lay egg. But there is a bird which comes in the category of mammals. So can you give me the name of that bird? Yes, very good. Bat. Bat is the mammal, and but still it comes in the category of bird, but it possesses the characteristics of mammals. What is the characteristics of mammal? That it gives birth to the young ones and it feeds the young ones with their milk. Clear? So now let's study in detail how the development of baby starts in the egg. For that we have to study first the internal structure of the egg. So let's see the internal structure of the egg. So we are having mainly three components in the internal structure of egg. First of all, the outer covering which protect the egg. Internal embryo means the baby of the egg. That is the outermost covering. It is known as eggshell. I know you all have seen egg, and most of you may eat the egg also. So all you know that what is inside the egg. So outermost shell is eggshell, and the innermost white part, this one, the innermost white part, it is known as abdomen. So this part is rich in protein. Okay, so the most innermost part, which is the yellow part, it is known as yolk, where the development of embryo starts, right? The embryo means the baby of any animal, that is embryo. So embryo's development start in this portion, that is yolk, and yolk is rich with fats. So it contains all the nutrients which is required for the growth of embryo. So mainly three parts are there. First of all, eggshell, then the white portion, albumin. Albumin is rich in protein, and the next part, that is yolk, which is and those who are still weak, they want some more energy, so they can have the yolk part too. It will provide enough fat to you, right? So let's move how the chick development starts in the egg. So here you can see a flow chart which shows the cycle of the development stages of a chick. First of all, this is the egg, beginning of the egg when embryos start developing. You can see a red dot in the yolk part where the embryos start developing. In the 4th day, you can see that division of the cells start. So here the embryos start developing in proper way, and you can see the small eye is visible in the 4th day. When you go to the 8th day, the eye becomes very big in size. So you can see eye is clearly visible, and the rest of the part they are still developing. And when it comes to the 12th day, eyes, its feather, its beak, everything is clearly visible on 12th day. On 16th day, the full baby is completely developed, right? So eyes, beak, feathers, small you can see their forelimbs, it is clearly visible. So on 16th day, a baby is almost fully developed. On 21st day, the chick come out from its egg. So that process is known as hatching. When the baby chick come out of the egg after breaking the shell, so that process is known as hatching. And when the baby stay inside the egg for 21 days, so that period is known as incubation period, correct? So that the whole time is known as incubation period. When the baby come out of the egg, that is known as hatching. So this is the life cycle of a chick. So in detail we will study about there are some animals who are having 3 stages in their life cycle, and there are some animals who are having 4 stages in their life cycle. As we talked about chick or hen, it is having 3 stages in their life cycle. First the egg, then chick, and then the adult hen. And the similar way, the fishes, they are also having 3 stages in their life cycle. First the eggs, then baby fish, and the adult fish. And if we talk about frog, again frog is having 3 stages in their life cycle. So what are these? Egg become tadpole, and tadpole become adult frog. Clear? So cockroach is again having 3 stages in their life cycle. So what the baby called? Like egg become nymph, and nymph become adult cockroach. Clear? So these are some animals who are having 3 stages in their life cycle. But there are some other animals who are having 4 stages in their life cycle. As you can see here, the life cycle of butterfly. So first, the butterfly lay eggs. This is the first stage, that is egg. After some time, egg converted into caterpillar. After caterpillar, the caterpillar become inactive. It do not eat anything, and it make a thread-like structure around it, and that stage is known as pupa. Right? So for some days, it do not eat anything. It remains inactive in the stage. So after pupa, it become adult butterfly. So these are 4 stages in the life cycle of butterfly. Similarly, housefly is having again 4 stages in life cycle. So what the baby of, as you know, the baby of butterfly is known as caterpillar. So what the baby of housefly known as? Baby of housefly is known as maggot. Rest of the stages remain same for butterfly or housefly, but here in the place of caterpillar, it developed into maggots, right? So this is the life cycle of butterfly or the animals who are having 4 stages in their life cycle. I hope this is clear. So let's have a quick recap of the topic. So reproduction, as you know, it is the process in which we give birth to the young ones. So that is known as reproduction. We have studied 2 types of reproduction here. First, the animals who give birth to the young ones. So those are known as mammals. Like we human beings are in the category of mammals. And animals, second category, animals who lay egg. There are lots of animals who lay egg. So here we have studied some animals who lay egg like hen, fishes, frog, cockroach, butterfly, housefly. These on the basis of their stages in the life cycle, 3 stages in the life cycle and the 4 stages in the life cycle. I hope this topic is clear to you. Thank you and have a nice day.